His first name is Julian, Julian. Last name is Puda, which is spelled P as in Paul, O-O, T as in Tom, A as in Apple.
And your P number, Mr. Puda?
It's P67520.
Thank you.
And I'm going to fax over my appearance if you can give me your fax number.
It's on the website. It's on our court website. It'll let you know how you can fax it in.
Oh, you don't have a direct one there? Should I just send it to the general fax?
Yes, please. Yeah, it tells you how to send an appearance. We don't have a general one right to the courtroom.
Okay. All right. So
okay, Mr. Puda.
A couple hours?
We'll give you a call before we head to the female side. We'll try to handle yours first on the female side. I would say, give or take, it's going to be over an hour, but the court will call you before we handle the matter. We'll give you a little heads up.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You're welcome, sir. See you in a minute.
All right.
All right. All right. Ready, love? Yeah. I swore both of them in, yeah. Sanders and McDonald.
Sanders and McDonald.
And Zeno, yep. And corporate.
Okay, so thanks.
I don't know if I've sworn Banks and I've sworn in Zeno. Yep,
Sure.
everybody else though. Thank you. Do you want? Oh, sorry, go ahead. Are they ready on Boynton? I'm call up. Thank you. Huh? Okay. And would you call Division 3 and have them call us on Jamal Ellison? We're ready. It's the only one we have. Thank you. Thank you. He's good.
He's on the screen right now. As soon as we get done, he'll call us up.
Perfect. Thank you. Did it sound like that attorney was calling quickly, or should I call DDC and start going, or just wait for anything?
What?
Okay, thanks. What's that?
Going to find the
Yeah. Oh well, we gotta get. Morning.
Good morning, Your Honor.
One second. Where is your client at, sir?
He's seated right next to me, Judge.
Thank you. Good morning to you both. This is case number 200597555, People State of Michigan versus Hurai Boyton. Counsel, your appearance.
Yes. Good morning, Your Honor. Good morning to your staff. May it please His Most Honorable Court. Mohammed Nasser appearing on behalf and with Mr. Haraya Boyton, who appears to my left. Sir, please state your name for the record.
Haraya Point.
Your Honor,
Morning
defendant
to you
would waive
both.
the. Oh, thank you, Judge. We apologize. Your Honor,
No
defendant
worries.
would waive the form of reading, stand mute, humbly request the court to enter a not guilty plea on his behalf.
Thank you, counsel. Court waive formal reading, enter plea of not guilty. Schedule a probable cause conference, Mr. Boyton, that you must attend September the 23rd. That's a Wednesday, 8:30 a.m., 36th District Court in front of Judge Jones. That will be held via Zoom as well, and it's your responsibility to connect on time. Is that understood, Mr. Boyton?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Not guilty plea is entered. Esteban.
Your Honor, if I may.
Absolutely.
Your Honor, as this court is aware, Mr. Boyton is appearing via Zoom, as this is an individual that was writted out of the Detroit Detention Center. At that time, the writ was executed for $5,010, which he posted. The writ was signed by the Honorable Judge Bryant. Mr. Boynton is 21 years of age, absolutely no prior record. What we have here is a legal gun and a misunderstanding as it relates to the Michigan open carry. In light of that, Judge, and in light of his age, I'm confident there's going to be a resolution with no record, whether it be HIDA or an issue as it relates to the search. With that understanding, Judge, I'm asking that the current writ bond of $5,010 be continued. Certainly, Mr. Boynton has shown good faith by making himself present here today via Zoom, of course, with the advent of counsel. And certainly, I'm confident we're going to reach an expeditious resolution, Judge.
Thank you, counsel. And Mr. Boyden, your attorney has done very well, as always, advocating on your behalf, sir, and the court takes into consideration the information provided, as well as the current epidemic facing the nation. These are very serious allegations. This is a very serious allegation, but it is non-assaultive. Mr. Boyden, during this bond, you are not to purchase or possess a firearm or any other dangerous weapon. Is that understood?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Given the information contained in the investigator's report, as well as alleged on the complaint, and provided by counsel, bond will be continued. You said it was 5,000, 10%, and that was an interim bond authorized by Judge Bryant. Is that correct?
That is correct, Judge. Thank you.
Okay, the bond will be continued. Mr. Boyton, counsel, good luck to you both. There's a probable cause as stated for reminder Wednesday, September the 23rd. No weapons, Mr. Boyton. You have good counsel. I hope all works out well for you both.
Thank you, Judge. A pleasure as always. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir. Have a nice day. Be safe. Good morning.
How you doing, sir?
I'm well. Thanks for asking. How are you, sir?
All right.
Good. I don't believe you have a final list since I don't, but we do have a stack of files in front of us. I think we got the first 17 files. Counsel, who have you interviewed the first 17?
No, we haven't interviewed the first. I got some down here that are getting interviewed now, so if you don't mind us hopping around so I can just get the ones that we have down here. 21.
Nope. Whatever works best for you. Counsel can tell you who he's already interviewed, but if you already got that under control, at your pleasure.
Thank you.
Oh, thanks. No, I don't, but that's okay. Don't worry about it. Thank you. No, I'm swear. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you both of you.
Take that.
Counsel, have you guys interviewed Ellison from Division 3? He's number 2 on the list?
Yes, we did.
Perfect. They should be calling up shortly. Thank you. Good morning.
John
your name?
Carter. John Carter.
Thank you, Mr. Carter. Good morning, sir.
Morning.
Yeah, he's number 7. Mr. Carter, you're here for case number 2. Sorry. Okay, one moment. Your attorney is getting the paperwork that they need. How are you doing today, Mr. Carter?
I look better, but hopefully everything go right.
I hope so. Good luck.
Thank you.
Ready? Thank you. Case number 200600056, People, State of Michigan versus John Dion Carter, also known as John Carter, John Charles Carter. Counsel.
Yes, Your Honor. Frank Carter on behalf of John Carter, applying wages, work, performing reading, understanding his constitutional rights, and explaining you.
Thank you, counsel. And your name, Mr. Carter?
John Carter.
Thank you. And again, good morning, both. Court waveform reading under plea of not guilty. Schedule a probable cause conference you must attend September the 23rd. That's a Wednesday, 8:30 a.m., 36th District Court in front of Judge King. Mr. Carter, that will be held via Zoom. That's an off-site streaming technology. Before you're released, you'll get information on how to connect, but that's your responsibility to connect on time. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Not guilty is entered at the bottom.
That's fine, Your Honor. My client indicates to us that he's a 49-year-old lifetime resident. He's went 49 years. Now, he indicates to us that he doesn't have any prior criminal history. He's unemployed right now due to COVID, unfortunately.
Yes, sir.
Unsolved allegation. We respectfully ask this court for personal bond.
Thank you. Mr. Carter, it appears this is a very serious allegation. It's not assaultive. The court takes consideration the information provided by counsel, lack of capious history or criminal convictions, the current epidemic facing the nation, as well as employment status as it relates to ability to post bond. Mr. Carter, it appears you have a valid felony warrant for your arrest unrelated for an assault with intent to do great bodily harm less than murder. Have you dealt with that warrant?
That's what they picked me up on, and yes, we've handled that as well.
Okay. You have a court date on that matter?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Carter, this is a very serious allegation. During this bond, you are not to purchase or possess a firearm or any dangerous weapon. Is that understood?
Yes, sir.
Given the information placed on the record, bond will be set $10,000 personal bond. You're being released on this matter, Mr. Carter. No weapons, and make sure to attend that Zoom hearing. Good luck.
Thank you so much.
Welcome.
Thank you. Okay.
Morning, sir. Good morning.
Good morning, Your
You
Honor.
can sit wherever you want. You can sit wherever you want, sir. Yeah, feel free. Good morning. Your name, please. Unless you don't want them to. Yeah, wherever you want. Your name, please.
Raymond
Raymond. Your last name?
Bibbs, B-I-B-B-S.
Good morning, Mr. Bibbs. You're here for case number 2-006-0060, People State of Michigan versus Raymond Bibbs, counsel.
Brandon Bird on behalf of Raymond Bibbs, my client, waives his right to formal witness, understands the constitutional rights, will stand with.
Thank you. Court will waive formal reading under plea of not guilty. Mr. Bibbs, the court scheduling a probable cause conference that you must attend September the 23rd, which is Wednesday, 8:30 a.m., 36th District Court in front of Judge Jones. Mr. Bibbs, that will be heard via Zoom. That's an off-site streaming technology. You'll get information on how to connect before you're released, but that's your responsibility to connect on time. Is that understood?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Not guilty or that's the amount.
Your Honor, my client in this case is a 28-year-old lifetime resident, Your Honor. He indicates to us that he has no prior criminal history at all, or no prior criminal conviction. He's a high school graduate, employed at DMS, and this, even though it's a serious allegation, Your Honor, it's not assaultable, respectfully ask this court for a personal bond.
Thank you. Mr. Bibbs, do you have a valid driver's license?
No, sir, I'm working on that now.
Keep working on it. Good luck, Mr. Bibbs. But without a valid driver's license, you cannot drive a vehicle. So during this bond, absolutely no driving of any motor vehicles. Is that understood?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. And this is a very serious allegation, as counsel stated. It is not an assault. The court takes into consideration lack of capious history or criminal convictions, the current epidemic facing the nation, information alleged in investigators' report, as well as employment status as stated as it relates to ability to post bond. Given the epidemic facing our nation, bond will be set in the amount $15,000 personal bond. Mr. Bibbs, you're going to be released on a personal bond. Listen to the court, no driving, and make sure to make your court date. Is that understood?
Yes.
Thank you. Good luck.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thanks, John. Camper is signing out.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
I got 3 more scratch all year.
Thank you. Oh my, you're working hard today, as always.
Do you have a final answer?
No, I'm okay though. The officers, Madam Clerk's indicated that Javion Camper is timing out, so just wanted to relay that information. Good morning. Your name, please. Your name?
Say your name. Jalen Plummer.
Good morning, Mr. Plummer.
Morning, sir.
One moment. Jalen Plummer. All right, Mr. Plummer. You're here for case number 2-006-0068, People State of Michigan versus Jalen Wesley Plummer, counsel.
Yes, Your Honor. Brandon Bird on behalf of the Jacob Plumber, my client waives his right to formal reading, understands the constitutional rights, will stand with.
Court waive formal reading under plea of not guilty. Mr. Plummer, the court is scheduling a probable cause conference, sir, that you must attend Wednesday, September the 23rd. That's 8:30 a.m., 36th District Court in front of Judge King. Mr. Plummer, that will be heard via Zoom. That's an off-site streaming technology, which you'll get information before you're released on how to connect for that hearing. But that's your responsibility to connect on time, understood?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Not guilty is entered as to the bond.
The bond, Your Honor, my client indicates that he's a 24-year lifetime resident, Your Honor. Indicates that he has prior criminal convictions. He went to Youngstown, played basketball overseas. He's employed at the force. And this is a serious allegation, Your Honor, was not assault and respectfully at this point for personal bond.
Thank you. This is a very serious allegation, Mr. Plummer, but as counsel stated, it is non-assault. The court notes that the court is unaware of any capious history or criminal convictions or allegations of assault. The court takes consideration that nature of this allegation as well as the current epidemic facing the nation, your employment status as counsel stated as it relates to ability to post bond, and as well as the allegations alleged in the investigator's report. Mr. Plummer, during this bond, sir, you're not to purchase or possess a firearm or any dangerous weapons. Is that understood?
Yes, sir.
For the reason stated, bond is $8,000 personal bond. Mr. Plummer, no weapons. Make sure and attend that Zoom hearing, sir, so you don't get locked up for not listening. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Good luck, Mr. Plummer.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. You're going to be released. Do you have any questions?
When would I be able to like actually get my weapon back and use it? Because I have an appointment for my CPL class.
Listen, your attorney's about to listen.
Mr. Plummer, you'll be able to discuss all that with your next attorney that's gonna be with you on, at your, next court hearing. Right now, it's not the time to do that.
Got it. Thank you.
Good luck, sir. Thank you, counsel. Good morning. Your name? Dale Lyle?
Yes, sir.
Good morning, Mr. Lyle. Lyle. You're here for case number 200600067, People State Admission versus Dale Lyle, counsel.
My client raises right to formal reading, understands the constitutional rights, and withstand you.
Court will waive formal reading under plea of not guilty. Mr. Lyle, the court scheduling a probable cause conference that you must attend Wednesday, September the 23rd, 8:30 a.m., 36th District Court in front of Judge Archer. Mr. Lyle, that hearing will be held via Zoom. That's an off-site streaming technology. You'll get information on how to connect for that hearing before you're released, but that's your responsibility to connect on time. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Not guilty is entered as the bond.
My client indicates that he's a 31-year-old lifetime resident, Your Honor. Indicates that he has no prior assault or criminal convictions, Your Honor. Unfortunately, he's unemployed right now. He is a high school graduate. Understandably, these are serious allegations, Your Honor. They are not assault, but we respectfully ask the court for personal bond.
Thank you, counsel. Sir, the court takes consideration that advocacy presented by your counsel, as always. You have a prior felony conviction, which the court considers these are very serious allegations, but non-assaultive. The court notes that your lack of employment status as it relates to ability to post bond, as well as the current epidemic facing the nation. These are very serious as stated charges, but non-assaultive. The court also takes into consideration allegations set forth in the investigator's report. Mr. Lyle, during this bond, sir, you are not to purchase or possess a firearm or any dangerous weapon. Is that understood?
Yes, sir.
And for the reason stated, bond will be set $10,000 personal bond. You're going to be released on a personal bond, sir. Listen to the court. No weapons, and make sure to attend that hearing. Good luck.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yes, sir. Thank you. I'll break that, man.
Well, good morning. Your name?
Philip Prescott.
Thank you, Mr. Prescott. Good morning, sir. 1 second. You're here for case 200600055, People State Admission versus Philip Jordan Prescott, also known as Philip Prescott, counsel.
Yes, Your Honor. Running bird on behalf of Philip Prescott, my client waives rights to formal reading, understands the constitutional rights to stand mute.
Thank you. Court waive formal reading and a plea of not guilty on your behalf, Mr. Prescott. The court scheduling a probable cause conference, sir, that you must attend September the 23rd. That's a Wednesday, 8:30 a.m., 36th District Court in front of Judge Giles. That hearing, sir, will be held via Zoom. That's an off-site streaming technology. You'll get information on how to connect for that hearing before you're released, but that's your responsibility to connect on time. Do you understand?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Thank
Your
you.
Honor.
Not guilty. As the bond.
My client indicates that he's a 35-year-old lifetime resident, Your Honor. Indicates that he has no prior assault criminal history, Your Honor. He did attend 2 years of college. He does have some college, Your Honor, he has 2 years of college. Unfortunately, he's laid off right now because the public him. Understandably, he's a serious allegations, Your Honor, that they are not assaulted. And we respectfully ask this court to reverse the bond.
Thank you. Mr. Prescott, these are very serious felony allegations. And good luck with your employment. I hope that works out for you, sir. And the court takes that lack of employment into consideration as it relates to the ability to post bond as well as your prior felony conviction. And the information provided by counsel, the court knows their current consideration.
I'm working.
Excuse me?
I said I let him know I was laid off, but I do have I cut hair on the side too. That's it.
Okay.
But he asked me, was I laid off? Was I working? I didn't mention that. I'm sorry, sir.
Oh, go ahead.
I was just saying, let the magistrate continue, please.
Thank you, counsel. Mr. Prescott, the court takes consideration the epidemic facing the nation as well as the allegations set forth in the investigator's report. During this bond, sir, you are not to purchase or possess a firearm or any other dangerous weapon. No weapons, understood?
Yes, sir.
Given the information placed on the record, bond will be set $10,000 personal bond. You're going to be released on that personal bond. Listen to the court, sir. Make sure to attend that Zoom hearing. No weapons. Good luck.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you, counsel.
Joshua Jeter.
Good morning, Mr. Jeter.
Good morning, sir.
One moment, sir. Joshua Jeter. What number is he on the list, guys? 19. Okay, I don't know if we got that file yet. I think the last 3, Madam Clerk, she was working on. I don't see that file for Jeter. I apologize. If we could just hold off for a moment. As soon as she brings it in, I'll let you guys know. Thank you. Good morning. Your name, please. Your last name?
Minor, M-I-N-E-R.
Thank you, Mr. Minor. Good morning, sir. You're here for case number 20060057, People State of Michigan versus Marco Minor.
Yes, ma'am. Brandon Murray on behalf of Marco Minor, my client waives his right to formal reason, understands his constitutional rights, and stands mute.
Thank you, sir. Court waive formal reading under plea of not guilty. Schedule a probable cause conference, Mr. Minor, that you must attend Wednesday, September the 23rd, 8:30 a.m., 36th District Court in front of Judge Archer. Mr. Minor, that will be heard via Zoom. That's an off-site streaming technology. You'll get information on how to connect for that hearing before you're released, but that's your responsibility to connect on time. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Not guilty is entered as to the bond.
He works at the car wash. High level education, actually completed college, Your Honor. It's a serious allegation, Your Honor, but respectfully, it's just assault allegation, respectfully, as a court for personal violence.
Thank you. Mr. Minor, this is a very serious felony allegation. It's not an assault, so the court takes consideration your prior criminal convictions, the current epidemic facing the nation, employment status as stated by counsel as it relates to ability to post bond, as well as the allegations set forth in the investigator's report. Mr. Minor, it does not appear you have a valid driver's license. Do you have a valid driver's license?
I'm working on it now. No, I'm for now.
Okay, so during this bond, there's absolutely no driving. You cannot drive, you should not be driving a vehicle without a license. So during this bond, no driving. Also, you're not to purchase or possess a firearm or any other dangerous weapon. And during this bond, there's no use of alcohol, no marijuana, and no illegal controlled substance. Is that all understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Minor, these are all important aspects of your bond. Not only do you have to attend court, you have to listen to the court's bond conditions so you don't get locked up just for not listening. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Given the information placed on the record, current epidemic facing the nation, the nature of these allegations, bond will be set. $15,000 personal bond. You're welcome. You're being released, Mr. Minor. Listen to the court, sir. Good luck.
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome. Hi. Hey, Lana. Thanks for coming. Yeah, how you doing? Thank you for coming to help. Huh? I appreciate you. Anything I can do for you? You all right? Good morning. Your name?
James Pettis, sir.
Good morning, Mr. Bettis.
Morning,
Mr.
sir.
Bettis here for case number 200-58597, People State of Michigan versus James Ira Bettis.
Yes, sir.
Go grab him. Stand by, Mr. Bettis. Your attorney is coming into the courtroom.
Yes, sir.
You ready, counsel?
Ready, Your Honor.
This is case 200-58597, People State of Michigan versus James Ira Bettis, identified in the complaint as defendant 1. Counsel.
Your Honor, may it please the court, those bringing B57156 on behalf of Mr. James Bettis. Your Honor, the way the former written stand, you, Mr. Bettis, has been advised of his constitutional rights.
Thank you, counsel. Court waive formal reading and their plea of not guilty. Mr. Bettis, the court scheduling 2 court dates, sir, that you must attend them both. Probable cause conference Wednesday, September the 16th, 8:30 a.m. in front of Judge Archer. And you have a right to a preliminary examination September the 23rd, the following Wednesday. That's at 1:30 p.m. Also in front of Judge Archer, 36th District Court. Mr. Bettis, both of those hearings will be heard via Zoom. That's an off-site streaming technology, which you'll get information on how to connect, but that's your responsibility to connect on time. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Not guilty. Please enter Esteban.
Esteban, Judge. Judge, this incident allegedly occurred back on January 7, 2018. Now, it's my understanding, Mr. Bettis, he's a lifetime resident of Michigan, no prior, to my knowledge, Your Honor. Judge, he's employed, he auto glass, has been so. Now, when there was initial investigation, Your Honor, Mr. Bettis was very cooperative with the police. He went in, turned himself in, they talked to him, they said, hey, we will be in touch with you. They released him, they did not hold him whatsoever. In fact, they did that twice. Went in twice, talked to police, and they let him go. Never held him, never arrested him, did anything like that. Just about a month ago, he went to Florida for a funeral. And that's where, they held him, Judge. And my thing, Your Honor, he kept, the last few years he's been been talking to police on a regular basis, never trying to avoid police. Anything they wanted to know about the incident or allegations, he would keep them abreast. But obviously he denies all the charges, or his affiliation with these particular charges. I'm asking for a reasonable bond, Your Honor. I know that the charges are serious, but I just wanted to make light of my client's willingness to talk to police, willingness to do whatever it takes to try to clear his name. I'm asking the court to take that into consideration, Your Honor. My client has children, he's employed. I don't believe, Judge, he's a flight risk. And the fact that he keeps talking to police shows he has good intentions. So I'm asking the court, based on that, Judge, to grant a reasonable bond.
And he was in Florida for what reason? So he has family that lives in Florida?
He had family at the time, he went for a funeral. He had no idea, he wasn't charged with anything at the time he went, Your Honor. He simply went for a funeral, Your Honor.
Right.
And again, he's been cooperative with police, been talking to them. Anytime they ask him to come in, he comes in, and he sat with them. He never tried to.
Thank you. Mr. Bettis, your counsel, as always, has done a good job of advocating on your behalf. So the court takes consideration the information your counsel has provided. Your lack of capious history, the court's aware of, or criminal convictions. And the court notes that information provided by counsel that the court wants to note the nature and purpose, or the nature of count 3, lying to a peace officer. And there may have been conversations prior to, however, it appears based on the information in the investigator's report that the information alleged to have been provided by Mr. Bettis may have not been accurate.
Because I know this honorable court, it's practice law for years and understands it from a defense standpoint. This matter happened over 2 years ago. Mr. Bettis, didn't have to say a word, never had to go in, never had to say anything, but he did. He volunteered, he went in, tried to talk, try to clear his name. I don't know what the specifics of the conversation were, Your Honor. But obviously, again, I don't think he was trying purposely to avoid police. And I know this court understands from a defense standpoint how police officers can be in interrogations and what type of evidence sometimes is not added up, and how these cases are sometimes manufactured. And again, Mr. Bettis is innocent until proven guilty of all charges, but I do understand the serious nature of the charges.
Yeah, this is a very serious allegation, specifically count 1, which is a life offense. And the information that was gleaned on a later date, it appears after conversations, it includes but not limited to information that was seized off of cellular phones based on a forensic examination that appears to contradict information that was provided by your counsel prior to, and it leans towards the likelihood of conviction, and it gives the court concern regarding this nature and the information alleged in the investigator's report. And the court notes the current epidemic facing the nation, as well as information provided by counsel and outlaid in the investigator's report. Mr. Bettis, during this bond, sir, you're not to use alcohol, no marijuana, no illegal controlled substance. You're not to purchase or possess a firearm or any dangerous weapon. And if you're able to make bond, sir, you're to be fit with a GPS tether. Court notes that you have, appears, ties out of state, given the information placed on the record. The court also notes that there's no capious history or criminal convictions or allegations of assault the court's aware of. Based on the information placed on the record, bond on this matter set in the amount. $350,000 cash.
Thank you.
You're welcome. DDC, could you stand by one moment, please? We have one individual at Division 3 that needs to be arraigned. I believe they're on the screen. It's just one case. Thank you for your accommodation, sir, as always. And is this Mr. Ellison?
Yes, sir.
State your full name, please.
Jamal Lamont Ellison.
Good morning. You're here for case 200-59150, People State of Michigan versus Jamal Lamont Ellison. Counsel.
Yes, Your Honor. I'm aware on behalf of Jamal Ellison. I find ways to fight the formal reading of the Constitution of rights and you.
Thank you, sir. The court waived formal reading under plea of not guilty. And your behalf, Mr. Ellison, and the court is scheduling a probable cause conference, sir, that you must attend Wednesday, September the 23rd, 8:30 a.m., 36th District Court in front of Judge King. Mr. Ellison, that will be heard via Zoom. That's an off-site streaming technology. You'll get information on how to connect before you're released, but that's your responsibility to connect on time. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Not guilty is entered as the bond.
Your Honor, my client indicates to us that he's 32 years old, never missed court for a sentence. Doesn't have a case history, person, entrepreneur, graduate, Lance Cruz, and associate, and with the active protection. Effectively, these are serious allegations, they are non-assault, but respectfully ask this court for a bond.
Thank you. You have a lengthy felony criminal history, Mr. Ellison. You're on probation for a drug case, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And that's concerning to the court, sir, that you have lengthy prior felony convictions, and that you're on probation for a felony charge, and you have allegations of this nature, and that's concerning to the court, sir. Does your probation officer or parole officer know about these allegations?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Ellison, during this bond, sir, you are not to use any alcohol, no marijuana, no illegal controlled substance, and you're not to purchase or possess a firearm or any dangerous weapon. Is that understood?
Yes, sir.
Court's unaware of any capious history. The court takes consideration the very serious nature of these allegations, which are non-assaultive, and if the charge that you're on probation for is a very serious felony, but the court's understanding is a drug manufacturing, delivering less than 50 grams, which is a non-assaultive conviction. Given the information, current epidemic facing the nation, the information provided by counsel, you have appears ties to the community. Bond on this matter will be set in the amount. $18,000 personal bond. Thank you. Good luck, Mr. Ellison. You're going to be released on a personal bond. Listen to the court and make sure to attend that hearing date so you don't get locked up for not listening. Do you understand?
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
All right. Good luck, Mr. Ellison.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a blessed day and be safe.
Thank you. You too.
Good
stuff right there.
Michael Brown, too, that comes up, so.
Okay, no problem. And is this the rest of the files, Madam Clerk? Okay, because we had one that we were missing that I didn't see as mail. I believe we got all the files, DDC. Thank you. Maybe on the... What was the one that we didn't have that does anybody know? We'll work. You got more here? These are the ones you just set down?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Yep, we got you. Thank you. Thank you, officer. Intern bond already posted, authorized by Judge Bryant in the amount of $5,000. You did pretty good getting that last bond. All right. Was it 18,000 personal? 18,000 personal. Good morning. Your name, please.
Javion Camper.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. One moment. Javion Camper, and I thank you for your accommodations, officers. I appreciate that. Mr. Camper, you're here for case number 200600072, People State of Michigan versus Javion Camper. Counsel.
First, on behalf of Javion Campbell, Client Wade would like to form a reading, understand the constitutional rights, understand the
Court waive formal reading, enter a plea of not guilty. Mr. Camper, the court scheduling 2 court dates, sir, that you must attend them both. Probable cause conference, September the 16th. That is a Wednesday. You have a right, that's at 8:30 a.m. You have a right to a preliminary examination following Wednesday, September 23rd. That's at 1:30 p.m. Both 36th District Court in front of Judge Jones. Both will be heard via Zoom, Mr. Camper, which is an off-site streaming technology. You'll get information on how to connect before you're released, but that's your responsibility if you're able to make bonds to attend on time. Not guilty is entered as to the bond. Excuse me? No, read whatever you need to read. Oh, you want the investigator's report? Are we providing it? Come on, step forward. One moment.
Number one, we already did. I highlighted one we're done. Good question. It's a good question. It's a good question. It's a good question.
No, sorry. Yeah, but he was out on the writ. He was out on a writ. We did him with his counsel up via Zoom. So I'm gonna use the outdate. Yep. Okay, again, this is case 2006007, two people state admission versus Javion Camper. Your name one more time, sir?
Javion Kemper.
Thank you, counsel. Thank you. And as stated, the court waived form reading under not guilty. As a reminder, Mr. Camper, your two court dates is September 16th at 8:30, probable cause conference. You have a right to a preliminary examination September 23rd at 1:30, both in front of Judge Jones. Both will be heard via Zoom. It's an offsite technology streaming, which you'll get information on how to connect. Not guilty is entered as the bond.
Right now, one plan in the case is the 19-year lifetime resident. The other one case is, he has no prior conviction. After reading the report, Your Honor, unfortunately, it sounds like the allegations state that the allegations are that this was an accident. I don't believe my client is a threat to the community or life. The high school graduate, he is here in Detroit. And it is an unfortunate accident. And it's always unfortunate when somebody's life is on the line. But I would like you to take into account that it wasn't the allegations say that it wasn't purposely done. It was a very unfortunate mistake. We ask the court for reasonable bond.
Thank you. Mr. Camper, these are very serious allegations. Your counsel indicated this, states this was a mistake. Mr. Camper, regardless, your actions, it appears, allegedly caused another individual to lose their life. And Mr. Camper, it's alleged that you were in possession of a weapon and you're only 19 years of age, sir. You had absolutely no reason to be in possession of any weapon. And based on these allegations, the decisions that alleged you have made resulted in the individual losing their life. And that's concerning to the court regarding the alleged decisions that you have appeared to be making or have made. The court notes the current epidemic facing the nation. The employment status, as stated by, is related to the ability to post bond. You have ties to the community, no capious history or criminal convictions the court's aware of. Mr. Camper, if you're able to make bond, you're to be fit with the GPS tether based on the serious nature of this allegation. During this bond, sir, you're not to purchase or possess a firearm or any dangerous weapons. Mr. Camper, no weapons. Is that understood?
Yes, Your Honor.
Given the information provided by counsel as well as the alleged investigator's report, bond will be set 30,000 cash surety. Good luck, Mr. Camper. You're welcome, counsel. Good luck, sir.
Thanks.
Welcome.
Where you at?
Morning, your name?
Morning, Timothy Hassel.
Mr. House. You're here for case number 200594441, People's State of Michigan versus Timothy Haslam. Counsel.
Yes, Your Honor. Brandon Bird, on behalf of Timothy Hassel, I'm trying to waive the formal reading of the Texas constitutional rights.
Court waive formal reading under plea of not guilty. Mr. Haslam, the court's scheduling 2 court dates, sir. You must attend them both. Probable cause conference September the 9th, which is Wednesday. You have a right to a preliminary examination the following Monday, September 14th. Both 8:30 a.m. 36th District Court in front of Judge Jones. Mr. Haslam, both matters will be heard via Zoom. That's an offset streaming technology. You'll get information on how to connect if you're able to make bond, but that's your responsibility to connect on time. Do you understand?
Yes.
Not guilty's entered, that's the bond. Bond now, that was claiming, in case this, he's a 35-year-old, with 3 children. He only has one prior conviction.
Well, he's a 4th offender. He's a HAB 4. I see at least 4 prior convictions, felony convictions.
Darwin, high school graduate, and well, he got a GED. Respectfully, Your Honor, these are assault allegations. Respectfully, I support for reading the honor.
Thank you. These are very serious allegations, Mr. Haslam. The court is concerned regarding not only your prior criminal felony convictions, but the allegations set forth in the investigator's report, which allege, sir, that you allegedly kicked open a door to an apartment, proceeding to point a handgun at individuals' faces, assaulting 2 individuals. It's concerning regarding their safety. If you're able to make bond, you're to be fit with the GPS tether. Mr. Haslam, during this bond, you're not to purchase or possess a firearm or any other dangerous weapon, and not to go to the premises or area of 10410 Cashew, Detroit. Is that understood?
Yes.
And absolutely no contact with Tierra Allman and no contact with Dominique Ogburn. No contact, sir, means no contact of any kind. No contact orally, in writing, through a third person, at their place of residency, employment, or through any forms of social media. Absolutely no contact with either individual. Do you understand?
Yes.
Given the information placed on the record, the current epidemic facing the nation, the serious allegations as stated, which are assaultive allegations, bond will be set. 10,000, 10%. Good luck, Mr. Hassan. Excuse me? Oh, no worries. Are you talking about on the prior matter? No worries. Good morning, your name?
Joshua Jeter.
Thank you, Mr. Jeter, here for case number 200600069, People's State of Michigan, with Joshua DeHarius Jeter.
Yes, Your Honor. Brandon Bird, on behalf of Joshua Jeter, My client waives his right to formal reading, understands his constitutional rights, and will stand in duty.
Thank you, sir. Court waive formal reading under plea of not guilty. Mr. Jeter, the court scheduling a probable cause conference, sir, that you must attend on September the 23rd, which is a Wednesday, 8:30 a.m., 36th District Court in front of Judge Giles. Mr. Jeter, that will be heard via Zoom. That's an off-site streaming technology. You'll get information on how to connect before you're released, but that's your responsibility to connect on time. Do you understand? Thank you. Not guilty, centered as to bond.
Bond, Your Honor, my client indicates that he's 33 years old, from South Carolina, Your Honor. He has no prior assault convictions, Your Honor. He does say he lacks social security disability. He's a disabled Army veteran. He served our country. Currently, he does live in Detroit, off Joy Road, West Grand Boulevard, and this is not an assault allegation. He's strictly as a personal bond.
Thank you. Mr. Jeter, you currently live in Michigan, is that correct?
Yes, sir. Just at an
Okay.
Airbnb, yes, sir.
Okay, so until told otherwise, you're not to leave the state of Michigan. You have to go to the court date. Your first court date is the September 23rd, and until told otherwise, do not leave the state. Is that understood?
Yes, sir.
How were you discharged from the services?
Year 2007, I have a bad back and neck.
It was a
Honorable.
disabled honorable?
Yeah, honorable.
Mr. Jeter, thank you for your service. I appreciate that, sir.
Thank you.
During this bond, you're not to purchase or possess a firearm or any dangerous weapon. No weapons. Mr. Jeter, the court takes consideration lack of capious history or criminal convictions, the information alleged in the investigator's report, the serious nature of this allegation, as well as the current epidemic facing the nation and employment status as it relates to ability to post bond will be set in the amount of $10,000 personal bond. You're going to be released, Mr. Jeter. No weapons. Make sure you follow the court's orders so you don't get locked back up just for not listening. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Good luck, Mr. Jeter.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Hold on.
The black and white.
Right there. Take it in.
Michael Cole.
Good morning, Mr. Cole.
Good morning.
Thank you. Here for case number 2006071, People State of Michigan versus Micaiah Jalen Cole. Counsel.
Yes, Your Honor. Legend murder on behalf of Michael Cole. My client waives his right to formal reading, constitutional rights, and will stand in duty.
Thank you, counsel. Court waive formal reading, enter a plea of not guilty. Mr. Cole, the court scheduling a probable cause conference, sir, that you must attend September the 23rd, which is Wednesday, 8:30 a.m., 36th District Court in front of Judge Giles. Mr. Cole, this matter will be heard via Zoom. That's an off-site streaming technology. You'll get information on how to connect for that hearing before you're released, but that's your responsibility to connect on time. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Not guilty is entered. Thank you, sir. As to bond.
Bond, Your Honor, my client indicates that he's a 23-year-old lifetime resident. He also indicates that he has no prior assault criminal history, Your Honor. Currently, he's laid off from Packaging Corporation of America. He did graduate high school. He lives with his mother. He has significant ties. This is not an assault allegation, Your Honor. We respectfully ask this court for a personal bond.
Mr. Cole, this is a very serious felony allegation, but it is non-assaultive as stated by your counsel, who's advocated well on your behalf. As always, you have ties to the community, no capious history, no criminal convictions. Court notes employment status as relates to ability to post bond and the current epidemic facing our nation, as well as the allegations alleged in the investigator's report. Mr. Cole, during this bond, you are not to purchase or possess a firearm or any other dangerous weapon. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Bond will be set $7,500 personal bond. You're being released on a personal bond, Mr. Cole. No weapons, and make sure and attend that hearing date so you don't get locked up for not attending your court hearing. Does that make sense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Good luck.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Give us a few minutes to grab the rest of them, sir.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Claudia, do you want apple cider or anything? Yep. Yep. What's up?
It was the attorney on here?
Yep. Here, there's an appearance in there.
It is?
Yep, on the left-hand side. Or else I would have got his P number for you. Boom. He's with Perkins.
Oh, okay. I see Robert Goss and those guys. So we're grabbing more about his conditions. Huh? The area. Oh, where? I'm love with some mess, right? No different. No different. The extra ones is just half, you just put it for half. Oh, you still blue? The white was still running too. When I was with Brown. Thank you.
You want anything to drink or anything?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, that's
He's not answering. I said his name like 8 times.
Go in here. Go in here.
Alright. I'll start using.
Morning, your name, please.
Michael Brown.
Good morning, Mr. Brown. One moment, sir. Your attorney is coming. Ready? Case 2005937, People State of Michigan versus Michael Brown.
Mr. Brown, yeah. Right on behalf of Mr. Michael Brown, waiting to reach and Mr. Brown has been advised to come to you.
Thank you. And your name one more time, sir? Mr.
Michael
Brown? Thank you. Mr. Brown, the court's waiving formal reading under plea of not guilty. Scheduled 2 court dates. You must attend probable cause September the 11th, Friday. You have a right to a preliminary examination following Friday, September the 18th, both 8:30 a.m., 36th District Court in front of Judge Giles. Mr. Brown, both hearings will take place via Zoom. That's an off-site streaming technology. You'll get information if you're able to make bond on how to connect for that hearing, but that's your responsibility to connect on time for both hearings. Not guilty's entered as the bond.
That's fine. Class 24 lifetime resident of Michigan, lives with his girlfriend, and children, Judge. Before the pandemic, he was working at LG Electronics as a driver. He went to Clintondale up to 12th grade. The charges on her face are extremely serious. I do understand. I've asked the court obviously for reasonable bond on some type of testimony. My client understands the importance of coming back and forth. Yeah, Judge, you did have to try. We took call this evening, killing in 17. I got dismissed. So I don't believe you have any conviction issue. So I just wanted to make the court aware of that. This incident allegedly happened July 23rd. Again, Judge, I'm asking for a reasonable bond.
Thank you. Mr. Brown, my counsel has advocated well on your behalf as always. Court takes into consideration your ties to the community, lack of criminal convictions, the court's aware, current epidemic facing the nation, employment status as stated as it relates to ability to post bond. Very concerning are the allegations, which include at least 2 allegations that have life possibilities, counts 1 and 2 specifically, as well as the information alleged in the investigator's report, which leans towards likelihood of conviction and is a very serious assaultive allegation, sir, that you allegedly were observed by the complainant pulling up in the driveway at the location, pointing a long revolver and began to open fire on the individuals. And that's very concerning to the court regarding their safety. Mr. Brown, during this bond, you are not to purchase or possess a firearm or any dangerous weapon. If you're able to make bond based on the serious nature of these allegations, you're to be fit with the GPS tether. During this bond, sir, absolutely no contact with Ashley Carter, no contact with DeLon Johnson. And Mr. Brown, that means no contact of any kind, no contact orally, in writing, through a third person, at their place of residency, employment, or through any forms of social media. Absolutely no contact. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
And what was his employment status?
He was employed just before the pandemic. He was at LG Electronics. That was now laid off, so his income doesn't have any income now.
And the court takes the lack of income into consideration as it relates to ability to post bond. Bond is set, 500,000 cash surety.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Good luck. Mr. Counsel Pucha, if you can hear the court, we got around 5 males left, and then we're gonna head to the female side, and we will give you a call prior to. Good morning, your name? Dartrell Williams, is that correct?
Yes.
Thank you. Good morning, Mr. Williams. You're for case number 200595888, People State of Michigan versus Dartrell Williams. Court waive formal reading under plea of not guilty. Schedule 2 court dates, Mr. Williams. You must attend them both. Probable cause conference Wednesday, September the 9th. You have a right to a preliminary examination following Monday, September 14th, both at 8:30 a.m. 36th District Court in front of Judge Archer. Mr. Williams, both matters will be heard via Zoom. That's an off-site streaming technology. If you're able to make bond, you'll get information on how to connect, but that's your responsibility to connect for those court dates on time. Not guilty. Please enter as for the bond.
That's the bond, Judge. My client is 25 years of age, Judge, lives with his sister and grandma, lifetime resident, no prior criminal history on. It's my understanding that Mr. Williams was initially arrested for an assault and battery of this incident. He was released after 72 hours. And he just recently just came back to his house, to his cousin's house, and arrested him again, but he arrested, held, and released for assault and battery. He thought, obviously, the charges are serious. I'm asking for a reasonable bond. I know that Mr. Williams wishes to get this matter resolved quickly. And again, Judge, I'd ask for a reasonable bond. Allegations are from January 1st, New Year's 2020.
Thank you. These are very serious allegations, Mr. Williams. The court's familiar with the matter, having signed the warrant, and the court is concerned regarding the alleged victim's safety. It's alleged these allegations are very serious allegations, sir, that you allegedly sexually assaulted minor children while they were sleeping, and it's concerning to the court regarding their safety. Mr. Williams, the court notes information provided by counsel, lack of case history or criminal convictions. The current epidemic facing the nation, it appears you have ties to the community, and allegations are very serious and assaultive allegations. Court notes employment status as stated as it relates to ability to post bond. Mr. Williams, during this bond, sir, you are not to purchase or possess a firearm or any other dangerous weapon, and absolutely no contact with Essence Willingham and no contact with Jasana Smith. Mr. Williams, no contact means no contact of any kind. No contact orally in writing through a third person at their place of residency, employment, or through any forms of social media. Absolutely no contact. Do you understand?
Yes.
And you are not to go to the premises or area of 6445 Minnick Street, Detroit, Michigan. Do not go to that premises or area. Is that clear?
Yes.
And if you're able to make bond based on the serious nature, assaultive allegations set forth, you're to be fit with the GPS tether. Given the serious nature of these allegations, the information provided by counsel, as well as alleged in the investigator's report and placed on the record, bond on this matter set in the amount $55,000 cash surety. Welcome.
That's what I'm saying. I got paid $51,000. I ain't getting
Good morning, your name?
Johnny Dixon, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Dixon. Mr. Dixon, you're here for a couple of reasons, sir. We're going to get to them one at a time. First, are you the third, Mr. Dixon?
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Dixon, the third, did you read, sign, and understand an advice of rights form today?
Yes, sir.
Okay, well, I'm going to read you your rights. If you have any questions, let the court know. Sir, you have a right to remain silent. Anything that you say orally or in writing can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to an attorney, have one present during questioning and at all future proceedings. If you cannot afford an attorney, the court will provide you one at the public's expense. Did you hear and understand your rights, sir?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Dixon. The third, first, we're going to handle some matters. We have warrants for your arrest outstanding for failing to appear at the 36th District Court, where a pretrial date will be scheduled. You must attend September the 21st, which is Monday, 8:30 a.m., 36th District Court in front of Judge Garrett. That will be heard via Zoom. You'll get information on how to connect. You're being released on this matter on a personal bond. You'll get information on how to connect for that Zoom hearing before you're released, but that's your responsibility to connect on time. Do you understand?
Yes, sir. I got a question.
Go ahead.
So this is for all my charges that I was charged with, correct?
Well, I'm about to tell you the charge, and then that might answer your question. So let me finish up. I'll tell you what this matter is for. If you have any questions, you can ask me. Make sense?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, and this matter is ticket number 19465-313. Took place on about August 18, 2019. The allegations providing false information to a police officer. Bond is $200 personal bond. This one charge is a misdemeanor charge, carries up to a $500 fine and or 93 days in jail as a maximum fine and penalty. Court will recall your warrant, set aside capias, and plead not guilty on that one matter. As a reminder, sir, you have a Zoom hearing on that matter Monday, September 21st, 8:30, 36th District Court in front of Judge Garrett. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. And you're also here, Mr. Dickerson, the third case number 200445588, People State of Michigan versus Johnny Dickerson III. Counsel.
Yes, now, the right word on behalf of John Davidson, third, trying to raise his right to form a meeting to defend the constitutional rights and
Court will waive formal reading of the information and a plea of not guilty on your behalf, Mr. Dickerson III. And on this matter,
It was hard for me to hear the charge. I didn't understand. I didn't hear what he said because it was like mumblish.
what, do you want to know the charge on this matter?
Yeah, 'cause I didn't hear. It was mumblish. I didn't hear the end of it.
I didn't tell you the charge. That was something your counsel waived formal reading, but the charge, Mr. Dickerson III, is count 1, domestic violence. It's a misdemeanor allegation, carries up to 93 days and or a $500 fine. Allegedly took place August 15th of 2019.
I understand, sir.
Okay, the court takes consideration the ties of the community, the very serious nature of this allegation, current epidemic facing the nation. During this bond, sir, you're not to purchase or possess a firearm or any dangerous weapons. And you are to have absolutely no contact with Carla Sotelo. No contact means no contact of any kind. No contact orally, in writing, through a third person at her place of residency, employment. You got to pay attention to the court. Mr. Dickerson III. Well,
yes,
you need to stop bouncing back and forth. Stop and pay attention to the court, okay? If you have any questions, I'll answer whatever questions you have.
Okay, I appreciate it.
Thank you. Okay, so during this bond, absolutely no weapons, no contact with Carla Stiletto, and that means no contact of any kind, orally, in writing, through a third person at her place of residency, employment, or through any forms of social media, absolutely no contact. And based on the allegations, which are very serious assaultive allegations, as well as your KPS history that shows the court you do not appear as ordered on unrelated matters, you are to be fit with a GPS tether prior to being released. Do you have any questions?
Okay. Yes, I do have a question, sir. Now, you just said my whole baby mother's name. Me and her have had no conversation. If I can get her down here and tell you this, it's a misunderstanding with this. A whole misunderstanding.
1 second, Mr. Dixon. This is Brandon Bird, this is your lawyer. Right now is not the time to bring that up. You're being recorded, and everything you say can be used against you.
Okay,
and at the pre-trial, at your next court date, you're gonna be able to explain that to the lawyer that's gonna be with you the rest of the way, which most likely will be our office unless you retain somebody.
Okay. Are those all my charges?
We haven't gotten to the bond yet, and the court is changing the court date. The court's setting a court date on September the 4th. That's September the 4th. That's a Friday, 8:30 a.m., 36th District Court. It's going to be in front of Judge Garrett. That as well will be via Zoom at 8:30 in front of Judge Jones, September the 4th. The court has concerns, Mr. Dickerson. The allegations set forth in the investigator's report allege, sir, that you pushed the individual down the stairs, where you then allegedly proceeded to punch and kick the individual several times in the left side of the face and body, and then proceeded allegedly to grab the individual by the throat and proceeded to choke the young woman. The officers indicate that they observed scratches and bruising to the victim's neck upon investigation. And I say these are very serious allegations, and so you will be fit with the GPS tether and no contact with Ms. DeLoe. Bond on this matter for those reasons, including your capious history, which gives the court concern regarding your intention to appear as ordered, set in the amount $7,510%. Good luck, Mr. Dickerson.
So is that all my charges, Your Honor?
That's all, yes, sir. The only thing we're aware of is the one allegation of domestic violence and then the one allegation of providing false info. The two charges that we read to you are the only two that the court's aware of this morning.
So the other charge is just I have to wait later on for or something?
I don't know about other charges. That's concerning that you think you have more charges. And do not go back to the premises or area of 2011 Gallagher. What other charges do you think you have coming?
I didn't have one. I was the allegation that you just said, I didn't have any.
Mr. Dickerson,
Yes, sir.
right now, I just need you to maintain your right to remain silent. And when you get to the next court date, you'll be able to talk to your lawyer, which most likely be all, retained counsel.
Okay. So will I be released today?
Just remain silent. And when you get to the next court date, you'll be able to discuss that with your next attorney.
Okay. All right, I understand that. Can I be released today? I'm trying to make it to work, man. That's it.
It's not man. Be respectful. You're in court, and if you're able to make bond, the court gave you a personal bond on the one matter where you failed to appear and you had a warrant for your arrest. And on the allegation the court just handled, bond was set 7,510% for the reasons placed on the record. And you will be fit with the GPS tether prior to being released.
So the GPS tether goes through the bail company or through you guys?
Through the jail.
Through the jail.
Okay, because I'm finna get bonded out right now. That's why. So I gotta wait for y'all with the tether, correct? Is it possible I'm getting tethered today or tomorrow?
As soon as possible.
Okay.
Good luck, sir.
Appreciate it.
Yep.
Start. Jody?
Good afternoon. Your name?
Michael, good afternoon.
Thank you. Mr. Ritas, you're here for case number 20056-144, People State of Michigan versus Michael Anthony Ritas, counsel.
Running verdict on behalf of Michael Reed, my client waives his right to formal reading, understands the constitutional right to stand in.
Court waive formal reading under a plea of not guilty. Mr. Ritas, the court scheduling a pre-probable cause conference, sir. You must attend Wednesday, September 23rd, 8:30, 36th District Court in front of Judge Jones. Mr. Ritas, that will be heard via Zoom. That's an off-site streaming technology. You'll get information on how to connect before you're released, but that's your responsibility to connect on time. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Not guilty is entered, and that's in front of Judge Jones as the bond.
The bond, Your Honor, one client case is a 26-year-old lifetime resident, Your Honor. He lives with his wife and 4 kids, and he has 1 child on the way. He just successfully completed his probation on a non-assaultive allegation, and he's a full-time mechanic on that impact zone and makes T-shirts, Your Honor. Respectfully, understandably, you know, serious allegation, respectfully, it's not assault allegation, and respectfully, at this court for personal violence.
Thank you. Mr. Reedus, are you the second, sir?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Reedus, the court has concerns. You have a prior felony conviction. These is a very serious, but it is a non-assaultive allegation. Very concerning, Mr. Reedus. The second is we have additional warrants that we're about to handle upon the conclusion of this, where you failed to appear at the 36th District Court on misdemeanor charges. And that tells the court, sir, you do not appear as ordered on unrelated matters. The court has concerns if the court were to release you on a personal bond on this matter, you would disregard that order as it appears you have on multiple times in the past and simply not show up to court. And that's concerning to the court.
Okay, I understand, sir, but then was the ticket that every time I was released on them tickets that they stated, when you receive a call, then we will call you. I never received a call, so I never went to the court.
You never followed through, Mr. Reedus. It's nobody's responsibility to show up to court but your own. And so I don't want to hear any excuses, Mr. Reedus. There's no valid reason that you've presented to the court for your failure to appear other than placing blame on other individuals. You have to show up to court or else you're likely to get locked up just for not showing up. And that does not make sense, correct? You have to show up to court. Mr. Reedus, during this bond, you're not to purchase or possess a firearm or any dangerous weapon. Bond for the reason stated is $5,000 personal bond. You're going to be released on a personal bond. Mr. Reedus, listen to the court, sir. Did you have an opportunity to read, sign, and understand an advice of rights form today?
No, sir.
I'm going to read you your rights. If you have any questions, let me know. You have a right to remain silent. Anything you say orally or in writing can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to an attorney, have one present during questioning and at all future proceedings. If you cannot afford an attorney, the court will provide you one at the public's expense. Did you hear and understand your rights?
Yes, sir, I did.
You have a number of warrants for your arrest. The court's going to release you on these matters on a personal bond, sir, and you have a Zoom hearing you must attend Monday, September 21st, 8:30, 36th District Court in front of Judge Ford. As with the latter matter, Mr. Reedus II, before you're released, you'll get information on how to connect for the Zoom hearings. Mr. Reedus, there's no excuses. It's your responsibility to connect on each of these hearings. If you fail to do so and you see me for failing to do so, I am not inclined to give you a personal bond. You're likely to get locked up just for not showing up. You have to show up. Understand?
Yes, sir, and I surely do appreciate you.
Okay, Mr. Reedus, you're here for the following matters. Thank you. Ticket number 204322857, January 15, 2020. Count 1, no operator's license in possession. Count 2, unregistered motor vehicle. Count 3, no insurance on a 2000 Honda. Bonds 300, personal bond. Ticket number SP1001398, June 12, 2019. Count 1, failed to display a valid license not on person. Count 2, improper plates. Count 3, drive unregistered or untitled vehicle. Bonds 300, personal bond. These allegations are all misdemeanor charges that carry up to a $500 fine and or 93 days in jail as a maximum fine and penalty. Court will recall your warrant, set aside capias, and plead not guilty on each open matter. As a reminder, Mr. Reedus II, these matters will be scheduled for a Zoom hearing Monday, September 21st, in front of Judge Ford. Good luck, sir. Make sure and attend your hearing.
I sure will, and thank you again.
You're welcome. All right, 2 more mails. Good afternoon, your name?
Good afternoon, my name is Calvin Pride.
Thank you, Mr. Pride. Mr. Pride, you're here for a couple of reasons, sir. We'll get through them one at a time. Did you have an opportunity to read, sign, and understand an advice of rights form today? That's okay if you didn't. I'm going to read you your rights, Mr. Pride. If you have any questions, let me know, okay? You have a right to remain silent, sir. Anything you say orally or in writing can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have a right to an attorney. Have one present during questioning and at all future proceedings. If you cannot afford an attorney, the court will provide you one at the public's expense. Did you hear and understand your rights?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Mr. Pride, first we're going to handle some matters where you have warrants for your arrest for failing to appear at the 36th District Court on misdemeanor allegations. You're going to be released on personal bond, and the court is scheduling a Zoom hearing you must attend Monday, September 21st, 8:30 a.m., 36th District Court in front of Judge Nancy Blount. That will be heard via Zoom, Mr. Pride, which is an off-site streaming technology. Before you're released, you'll get information on how to connect for that hearing, but that's your responsibility to connect on time. Do you understand?
Yes, sir. And just to understand again, you said I will get direction on how to apply the Zoom to the device or...
Absolutely, and I appreciate the question, but that is still your responsibility. Don't wait till the last moment to figure this out. Make sure and connect so you don't get locked up just for not showing up. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, and you're here for ticket number 162798835, October 31st, 2016, count 1, no operator's license in possession, count 2, unregistered motor vehicle, count 3, no insurance on an '05 Chrysler, bonds 3,000 personal bond, and case number 162781671, August 16, 2016, no operator's license on person, bonds 1,000 personal bond. Mr. Pride, these allegations are misdemeanor charges that carry up to a $500 fine and/or 93 days in jail as a maximum fine and penalty. Court will recall the warrant, set aside capias, enter a plea of not guilty on each open matter. As a reminder, sir, you have a Zoom hearing on those matters September 21st, 8:30, Monday, 36th District Court, in front of Judge Nancy Blount. Is that all understood?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. And you have one additional matter, Mr. Pride. One moment, your counsel should be back in the court in a second. Thank you. Oh, there. Okay. Sorry. He's here. Case number 20059-105, People State of Michigan versus Calvin Christopher Pride. Counsel.
Yes, Your Honor. Brandon Bird on behalf of Captain Pride. My client waives his right to perform a plea, understand the constitutional right, understand music.
Thank you, sir. The court will waive formal reading under plea of not guilty. Mr. Pride, on this matter, you have a second Zoom hearing, which is the Wednesday following that Monday, September 23rd. That's a Wednesday, 8:30 a.m., 36th District Court in front of Judge Archer. Mr. Pride, as well as with the prior matters, you'll get information on how to connect for that Zoom hearing, but that's your responsibility to connect on time. Is understood?
Yes, sir.
Not guilty is entered as the bond.
Your Honor, my client indicates to us that he was 32-year-old lifetime resident, Your Honor. Indicates to us that, he has, no prior criminal history except for being parked after dark. Lives together with his girlfriend and 4 children. He works at Show Shoes and barber plus does construction work, Your Honor. He does have some college behind him. Respectfully, this is not a false allegation. Respectfully, as a support for a personal bond.
Thank you, Mr. Pride. This is a very serious felony allegation. It's not assault. The court notes no prior criminal history, felony allegations. The court's aware of, or court has concerns regarding your KPS history. The court just handled, Mr. Pride. And the reason you're locked up on those matters, as stated, is because you failed to appear to court. So it's very important you show up for these hearings so you don't get locked up simply for not showing up. The court notes the current epidemic facing the nation, employment status as counsel status, relates to ability to post bond. During this bond, Mr. Pride, you are not to purchase or possess a firearm or any dangerous weapon. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Given the nature of the allegations as well as the information investigators report, bond will be set $7,500 personal bond. You're being released on all matters, Mr. Pride. Make sure and take advantage and attend those court hearings so you don't get locked back up for just not appearing to court. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Go ahead. You have a question? Go for it.
Okay, now I remember the name you said I'm going to be referring to on the 21st is a Judge Blunt.
Yes,
now, on
exactly.
And you say on the 24th it'll be an additional. That's on a Wednesday, and it'll be the same.
It's the 23rd, but I appreciate you paying attention. It is a Wednesday, but the second date's the 23rd, and that's going to be in front of Judge Archer. Mr. Pride, it seems that you're paying good attention to the court. You'll get all this information in writing before you're released, but that's no excuse regardless. It's your responsibility to connect on both hearing dates as stated. Does that answer your questions?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Good luck, Mr. Pride.
I appreciate you, Judge. Thank you.
You're welcome, sir.
Michael Dove.
Good morning, Mr. Dove. Mr. Dove, did you have an opportunity to read, sign, and understand an advice of rights today?
No, I haven't.
That's fine if you didn't, Mr. Dove. I'm going to read you your rights. If you have any questions, just let the court know. Sir, you have a right to remain silent. Anything you say orally or in writing can and will be used against you in the court of law. You have a right to an attorney, have one present during questioning and at all future proceedings. If you cannot afford an attorney, the court will provide you one at the public's expense. Did you hear and understand your rights, Mr. Dove?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. First, we're going to handle some matters, Mr. Dove. We have warrants for your arrest for failing to appear at the 36th District Court. You're going to be released on personal bonds on these allegations, though you failed to appear in the past. And the court's scheduling a Zoom hearing, a pretrial on September the 21st, which is a Monday, 8:30 a.m., 36th District Court in front of Judge Garrett. Before you release Mr. Dove, you'll get information on how to connect for that Zoom hearing, but that's your responsibility to connect on time. Do you understand?
Yes, sir, that's a perfect date, because that's my daughter's birthday, so I will not forget it.
Oh, good. Well, happy early birthday to your daughter. Hope, Mr. Dove, you're here on ticket number SP 837785, August 20th, 2018, driveway license suspended, bonds 2,500, personal bond, and ticket number SP 800411, October 7th, 2016, count 1, improper plates, count 2, failed to display valid license not on person, count 3, drive unregistered or untitled vehicle, bond $7,500, personal bond. Mr. Dove, these allegations are all misdemeanor charges that carry up to a $500 fine and or 93 days in jail is a maximum fine and penalty. Court will recall your warrant, set aside capias, and plea of not guilty on each open matter. As a reminder, Mr. Dove, though it does not appear you need one, the pre-trial is on your daughter's birthday, September the 21st, which is Monday, 8:30, which will be heard via Zoom in front of Judge Garrett. Mr. Dove, one moment. You have an additional matter, and your attorney will be back in a moment. Mr. Dove, you're here for all matters. First, it appears before the court because you did not show up to court, and that appears that's the reason that you're locked up. So it's very important, Mr. Dove, that you make all these hearings so you don't get locked back up simply for not showing up to court. It appears that's the reason you're in jail now, is you failed to appear. You have to show up for these hearings, Mr. Dove. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and then the latter matter that you're here for is in case number 180454559, People State of Michigan versus Michael Adam Dove, counsel.
Hey, Judge, who's right on behalf of the when you read the interview, had been filed with time correction.
Thank you. Court waive formal reading under plea of not guilty. Mr. Dove, the court is scheduled, this is an adjudicated matter. The court is scheduling a review date, September 23rd, which is Wednesday, 8:30 a.m., 36th District Court in front of Judge Bryant, which as well, Mr. Dove will be heard via Zoom, and you'll get information on how to connect for that hearing as well before you're released. So you have 2 court hearings, Mr. Dove. Your daughter's birthday, the 21st, and 2 days later, September 23rd, in front of Judge Bryant on this matter. Is that understood?
Yes, sir. And what is that for? That's for the illegal dumping?
Yes.
And that asked for personal fine. He didn't realize, he had not reported probation, Judge. I don't believe Mr. Dell realized he missed a court date, didn't know that there was a warrant out. This was over 2 years ago. He informed us this morning, we talked to him. He was home at that particular time. He's working now, he has good employment, lives with his parents, so he has a stable place to stay. He will return, we try to get this matter resolved. He already pled guilty to it, so he's adjudicated. We just have to get it, try to get it resolved. I would just ask for to consider personal fine.
Mr. Dove, your counsel's advocated well on your behalf. The court has concerns, sir, that you failed to report for probation on this, failed to return phone calls on a number of occasions, and have been unable to make any contacts with your whereabouts. So you've done a little more than just simply not show up to court, Mr. Dove. In the estate, you have to follow through with the order of the court in all aspects. You have capious history that the court just handled. And the court notes the concerns, the serious nature of this allegation, the authority given by the judge regarding this review date, the current epidemic facing the nation, the serious nature of this allegation, which is non-assaultive. Bond will be set $5,000 personal bond. Mr. Dove, you failed to appear on a number of matters. The court gave you personal bond on all matters, though you failed to appear on each and every one. Take advantage, Mr. Dove. Show up to court so you don't get locked back up for not showing up. Understood?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Good luck. Thank you. Counsel, we have 2 females. Thank you. Thank you. Officer, we'll meet you on the female side.
Yes, sir. Be right there.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Last time I checked,
It looks like the counsel is on the.
I'm here.
Nice. Thank you for your patience, sir. We're going to call over to the female side and see if we can get yours called first, okay?
All right.
And counsel, you're on Miss Posey, correct?
Yes.
Thank you. And your P number is 67520?
Yes.
Thank you. Can we get Miss Posey first, if possible? Thank you. Good morning, your name?
Lisa Posey.
Thank you, Ms. Posey. You're here for case number 20059-486, People State of Michigan versus Lisa Posey, counsel.
Good morning, Your Honor. Julian Puda, P67520 on behalf of Lisa Posey.
And your name one more time, Ms. Posey?
Lisa Posey.
As to the arraignment?
Your Honor, we waive reading. My client stands mute. We ask that you enter a not guilty plea on her behalf.
Thank you, counsel. Court waive formal reading on her plea of not guilty. We'll get to the court date in one moment as to the bond.
Your Honor, my client's 27 years old. Besides a misdemeanor marijuana charge from 2014, she has no prior criminal history. She recently found out about this warrant, retained myself, Your Honor, as her attorney, promptly surrendered herself this morning.
And I appreciate that information. So you're indicating she surrendered herself to authorities on this matter?
Yes, this morning, Your Honor.
Okay.
And so we're asking for a personal bond, Your Honor. She also has a 9-year-old daughter. She has ties to the community. She lives in the city of Detroit. And she's currently unemployed due to COVID. And she will be appearing in all court proceedings, Your Honor.
Thank you. Ms. Posey, this is a very serious felony allegation, ma'am, and it's an assaultive allegation. The court takes into consideration the information provided by your attorney, who has advocated well on your behalf and gave the court positive information to consider. Ms. Posey, the court's entering a plea of not guilty and scheduling a probable cause conference you must attend Wednesday, September the 23rd. That's at 8:30 a.m., 36th District Court in front of Judge Jones. Ms. Posey, that matter will be heard via Zoom. That's an off-site streaming technology. That is your responsibility to attend that Zoom hearing on time. You'll get information before you're released on how to connect for that Zoom hearing, but that's your responsibility. The court takes consideration your current lack of employment status as it relates to ability to post bond, lack of capious history, or criminal convictions of assault of nature. These are very serious assaultive allegations, Ms. Posey, and the court has concerns not only regarding the charge, but regarding the allegations set forth in the investigator's report, which are concerning regarding the safety of the alleged victim, Mr. Timothy Bullock. And for that reason, ma'am, you are not to have any contact with Timothy Bullock. That means no contact of any kind, no contact orally, in writing, through a third person, at his place of residency, employment, or through any forms of social media. Absolutely no contact. Is that understood?
Yes.
Thank you. And you're not to purchase or possess a firearm or any dangerous weapon. Is that clear?
Yes.
And based on the serious nature of these allegations and information alleged in the investigator's report, given the concerns the court has regarding the safety of the alleged victim, you're to be fit with the GPS tether prior to being released. Bond will be set $11,000 personal bond.
Your Honor, could you forego with the GPS tether? My client had actually filed a complaint against the alleged victim, and she has no prior criminal history besides the misdemeanor charge. There's going to be no
It's not based on prior criminal history, counsel, and I'll let you finish. It's based on the allegations, which are serious and set forth in the investigator's report. Your client allegedly assaulted the individual with an open hand, then proceeded allegedly to grab a weapon, a knife, and pointing it in the chest area of the alleged victim, as well as other serious allegations outlaid in the investigator's report, which give the court concern regarding the safety of Mr. Bullock. And that's the reason for the GPS tether, not for the criminal history, but go forward.
Your Honor, it's just an allegation, and also that my client had filed a complaint against this complainant that filed this report. So, and then with her having surrendered herself, and she will be in compliance with your bond conditions, Your Honor, of no contact. She's retained myself, Your Honor. She's going to have no issues as far as the no contact order. It's just that she's going to be held up, Your Honor, at the lockup until that tether is put on, and having to deal with that. And then the inconvenience.
But these are serious allegations. I appreciate that, counsel, but it's also alleged, without getting too much more into it, that the alleged victim, as a result of your client's allegations, had medical treatment and suffered a ruptured eardrum that allegedly caused the individual to go deaf in his left ear. We have serious assaultive allegations that appears to have gone on a number of allegations that's concerning regarding that individual's safety. And the court has the concern, so the GPS tether will be in place, and it is court's giving a personal bond for the reasons that you stated, counsel, but the tether is in place for the protection of the individual's safety.
All right.
Anything further?
No.
Okay, good luck, counsel. I hope it works out for you, sir. Good luck, Ms. Posey. Welcome.
Please step up in front.
Good afternoon, sir. They're bringing in the lefty for the last case. Good afternoon. Your name?
Ladrima Dennis.
Thank you, Ms. Dennis. You're here for case number 2006070, People State of Michigan versus Ladrina Keisha Dennis. Counsel.
Ron Brown, on behalf of Mr. Ladrina Dennis, waive reading extended because Dennis has been advised of the constitutional rights.
Madam Clerk. Do we have this one? This one right here, this number. No, okay. They not guilty?
Yes, Your Honor.
For a waive formal reading under plea of not guilty. Ms. Dennis, the court is scheduling a probable cause conference on September the 23rd, which is a Wednesday, 8:30 a.m., 36th District Court in front of Judge King. Ms. Dennis, that will be heard via Zoom. That's an off-site streaming technology. You'll get information on how to connect for that hearing before you're released, but it's your responsibility to connect on time. Do you understand?
Yes, yes, sir.
Thank you, Ms. Dennis. Not guilty is entered as the bond.
Mr. Bond, Your Honor, Ms. Dennis is 23 years old. She's a lifetime resident here in the city of Detroit. She has absolutely no prior criminal history whatsoever. A high school graduate, around 14 and unemployed, but was working at a daycare. Currently resides with her mother in the city of Detroit. We would ask the court to consider sending a personal bond.
Thank you. Ms. Dennis, your counsel has advocated well on your behalf as always. The court takes into consideration your lack of criminal convictions or case history, the very serious nature of this allegation, current epidemic facing the nation, as well as employment status as stated as relates to ability to post bond and your ties to the community. Ms. Dennis, during this bond, ma'am, you are not to purchase or possess a firearm or any other dangerous weapon. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Given the epidemic facing the nation, the information placed on the record, lack of criminal convictions, serious nature of this allegation, bond will be set $7,500 personal bond. You're being released on a personal bond, Miss Dennis. Good luck, ma'am. Make sure and listen to the court.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Officer, thank you for your help this morning. As always, I appreciate you guys. We'll see that any males or females you're aware of at 48 hours that can't wait till the afternoon.
Not that I know of. I've been taken away.
I appreciate it. Okay, thank you. Have a nice day.
All right.